Hey everyone, it's Nick from Nick's Crossing. Welcome back to the train room for a great video today. Today we're going to be talking about this awesome new piece that came in. Is this a model or is this an illusion? So here we go, guys. All aboard. Alright guys, so this piece just arrived from eBay and it's from PGH Train Fanatics shop on there, PTF Designs, and these are beautiful, beautiful pieces. And I could do this all day. Look at this. Just disappears. Then we can make a comeback. Let me go to the other side. You know, right there, looks like I'm actually holding a model. Look at that. Or if I use two hands, oh, it's so heavy. And then you turn it. Yeah, it's a piece of half-inch foam with a superimposed photo. It's all about the angle, you know, just like filming this video here, all about them, you know, all about them angles. So, you know, it's pretty cool. This is actually the second Strasburg-related piece. It's the J Tower on my layout. Finally got a J Tower. All because I was not impressed at all from Lionel's J Tower. It's basically one of those post-war switch towers, like right here. Drag this out of the spare pile. It's basically one of these. This is from the 50s. So Lionel basically just rebranded this style switch house. It's totally incorrect. I was not impressed at all. And they sell these at the Strasburg train shop. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not really into it. So I did some searching on eBay and saw that PGH Train Fanatic has been building these for a while and they're extremely popular, so I'm like, yeah, I gotta get the actual J Tower on the layout. This is actually the second Strasburg model on my layout, a Strasburg related piece. I actually have the Cherry Crest Farm over there, which you guys can see right here on screen with some movie magic, and I actually added an LED light, painted the LED yellow to give a nice amber effect, like a lantern or something like that on the inside. So now we have two Strasburg models on the layout, which I'm really excited about. Now these superimposed photo backdrop pieces or diorama style models right here are becoming very popular with the shelf layout community. Also people that don't have as much space. Like me up here, I'm confined to my 8x12 layout that surrounds the room. I love it. I love this layout. But, you know, I am coming up on some space parameters without having to do expansions like, you know, bring the layout out this way, any of that stuff. And actually in this video I'm going to show you guys where and what I'm doing with this model. But right here, should look good. Right back there against the wall. Yeah, right there. So we'll get to that a little bit later in this video. But this is the massive J Tower. Now guys, I've been going to Strasburg my entire life. Well, since I was 5 years old, you know, 20 plus years later, still going to Strasburg, and I've never been inside the J Tower. The year that I was supposed to go for a tour, they actually closed it for remodeling. And guys, I actually found some really cool information online on a website under Michael Froio. So it's F-R-O-I-O, so Froio. Lemoyne Junction follow-up. He's got some great photography here. I'm not going to use any of those pictures. I'll put the link of this article in the description if you guys are wondering. So let's just say it's Lemoyne Tower, built in 1885, known as the J Tower, later named the Limo Tower. So I thought that was kind of cool. Situated in between the Cumberland Valley and Northern Central Railway. So I wasn't too far off there. And has 35 lever mechanical switches, Armstrong levers. That was the word I was looking for there. And it also helped protect a level crossing nearby. So yeah, it's sort of a twin tower to the Shore Tower on Amtrak's Northeast Corridor. The closest thing I've seen to J Tower is actually the NR Tower at the Reading and North Reading Yard, or we call it Reading Outer Station. That's actually a pretty close replica of the J Tower. So I thought that was just really cool to see those two towers. It's still there, still hanging out. So anyways, we're going to get into installing this really cool superimposed magical model. So we're going to head over there. The tower right here, and I extended the wires. So you can see right there I shrunk the wires, so it's a little bit of an extension. So you can run it down to our parallel wiring underneath the platform. And we're going to use these little quick connect clips, which I know some of you guys hate, but these actually work out pretty well. There we go. And this is for this thinner gauge wire or smaller gauge wire. So these work out extremely well. So first we're gonna take these trees out. I think I hot glued them in, but oh geez. There we go. There's one tree. Put that in a safe spot so I don't run it over with the train. And second tree. There we go. Alright, trees have been removed. And we're going to place this, dry place it first. And I think that actually looks cool right there because it's away from any of our trains. I wish I could move it closer, but we kind of want it right there on the back wall to give the illusion. And then I'm going to do later is actually put scenery items all around it so you won't even tell where it's at. So yeah, it just fell over. We're going to actually hot glue this in place on the fuzzy green expensive stuff right there. So we're actually going to run our wires through the back. No holes needed. There we go. Feed those down there. Alright, there we go. That looks awesome. So yeah, I did have a Clark moment. I forgot to turn on the light switch. So it worked out, but that looks awesome right there. So we're going to actually hot glue this in place. Probably like that. Lean it back a little bit. Give it some depth. And also, I know it's on an angle, but for now we'll just lean it up there. What I did was actually have the largest car on the railroad in the siding, so to make sure it's not going to hit it, next to the Borden's milk car. So let me flip the switch. Make sure it's out of the way. Yep, and she clears tons of room. Which is great, because I actually want to put some scenery stuff in here, maybe some ballast, a crew figurine, dress it up a little bit, maybe put one of those trees back in. We'll have to see. But yeah, we'll stand her up just like that. I'm going to hot glue it, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so our J-Tower is installed and looks so cool. It's still messing with me, really. From this angle, it looks like we are looking at a three-dimensional building, not a 2D piece of foam with a light sticking out of it. It's just so crazy. So anyways, the next step of this process, before I lose my mind looking at this model, we're going to add some scenery. So I have some Elmer's glue. This is just the Elmer's Glue All in a school gel bottle. It's just, I reused the bottles. So we're going to actually coat some glue down here. And this model is just glued in with hot glue. Nothing too crazy here. We're just going to spread some glue around. And we're going to add all kinds of scenery stuff. Because this is a yard. There's a door right here, so most likely there's going to be some ballast there that they walk on and mess with. So we're going to glue this down. Let that soak in for a second. Alright guys, after searching and searching, I have some coarse ballast right here from Woodland Scenics leftover. We're just going to sprinkle some of that in there. That glue's set up pretty nicely. And just lightly sprinkle this over. I actually mixed some green in here before. So just a little bit of ballast in there. Nothing too crazy. There we go. And that should all stick in there pretty well. Now that glue, you guys on camera, it looks a lot worse on camera than it does in person. Now what we're going to do now, ballast is never perfect around structure, so we're going to take this blended turf right here. It's a nice green, there's some red in there, all kinds of cool stuff. This is like a dead grass color, I love it. And then we're going to gently put this in the parking lot. Just going to throw some in there, here and there. It's like Bob Ross, add a happy tree. And get a nice green look. There we go. Like I said, these don't have to be perfect. Get the green right up to the building. I'm actually going to add some more glue. Yeah, this area here is actually illuminated by the LED. But let's see. Try to get rid of some of that. Alright. I'm going to add some glue in that corner right up to the parking lot. Right here. Yep, and then this whole ballast line here I'm just going to glue in right there. Cool. Let that sit in for a second. Because I want it to look like one cohesive piece, not like, oh, Nick added this, 3 months after having his layout. You guys will know that, but anyone coming over or whatever, or myself. I don't want to make it look like it's an addition. Make it blend in. There we go. Pretty well blended in there. Alright, and then down here, also add some more glue. Go around the side of this building here. There we go. And we'll spread that around. So we're going to add some more material. Let's see other stuff we have. Add a little bit more ballast in there. Just a little bit. Right over top. Alright. Cool. And then we're all done. I'll give you guys an aerial shot, because you guys are looking directly on it. You can see where all the glue is at, just where the camera's picking up on. Next we're going to add some blended turf. This stuff's really cool. It's called coarse blended turf. Right in there, get some vegetation going. Make it look like it's been there for years and years and years. There we go. And it's like painting a picture. I love doing scenery work. Whoops. Up around the building. There we go. Cool. Buddy DB Tech sent me some sand, so we'll use that. Right in here is a pathway coming out to the track. Add some more sand in here so it blends together. And there we go. So I'll give you guys an aerial view here just in a second. Alright guys, so here she is, the J Tower on the Nick's Crossing studio layout, and this looks fantastic. I love, still, with this angle right here, it just looks like it's a 3D building, but it's still a two-dimensional building. And what I did while you guys were gone, I actually added some trees. Added this Woodland Scenics pine tree. It's drying, just hot glued it into the ground here. I'm actually using a foam underlayment so I can drill holes and set trees and all kinds of stuff. And then right here, this tree was one of the original trees we took out. Now you guys are probably wondering, Nick, how did you flatten out the land? Well, I actually had to use a screw gun with a screw and a washer to hold down the foam. The underlayment foam that I use is like a Pink Panther. I think it's an 1/8 inch foam, nothing too crazy. Nice lightweight up here in the attic. So I use that. In some areas it kind of puffs up, like right here. You can see it kind of is puffed up, but that screw is actually driven behind the J Tower, so it hides all of that. But now everything's nice and level. We have the lights going here, and there's one last thing to do. So let me go through my light app here, and let's see how strong this little LED is. I believe it is an EVA model LED. And there we go, look at that. And also, can't forget, added a very jolly engineer. He's ready to go to work. He's got his little bandana on. Let's zoom in on him. Let's see. There we go. And that's as far as we're going to zoom in on him. So this looks fantastic. Let's zoom out here. And this is the J Tower at night. I love it. That LED is blinking on and off. We're seeing the refresh rate of the AC. I'm using AC power for all of my accessories, so not a big deal. Sometimes that does happen while filming. But this is a great piece. I actually have to give PGH Train Fanatic, an A++ on this one. This is just so cool. And there's only one last thing to do before we sign off for this video. everyone, so that's going to do it for this layout video on installing that beautiful J Tower from PGH Train Fanatics eBay store. Awesome shop. He's got all kinds of different models in there, like some clubs, some like backdrop buildings, engine sheds, water towers, pretty much anything you can think of. PGH Train Fanatic is making it on the eBay store. Definitely check him out. If you do purchase some items from them, they send you like a code so you get discounts. And I think if you spend over a certain amount, they will waive the shipping. It's like a little piece of paper that they gave me that's with the shipping box downstairs. So yeah, definitely check out his store. Really cool items, and the quality is just, it's fantastic. It's a little fragile, but you're really not handling these models once they're on your layout. It's hot glued to the layout. It's not going anywhere, knock on wood. Hopefully not going anywhere. But yeah, it's just a really cool piece. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the installation and what I did with the grass and the trees, all of that. I think it came together quite well. All the materials used, minus that sand from DB Tech, it was all Woodland Scenics material, so readily available online, in hobby shops, all that fun stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that Strasburg mini run session, also featuring my Strasburg #1. But anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, always consider subscribing. Make sure to leave a comment. Love reading your guys' comments. And giving the video one of these really helps out. And don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, everyone, I want to say happy railroading, and we'll see you next time. See you guys.